Look at this beautiful, handsome warrior. Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Brutal. This is episode 5 of my 13 to 3K series. This one's gonna be pretty informal. The kids are home. Just picked them up from school. And, you know, usually with these kinds of videos, I try to make things... perfect isn't the right word because I'm not good at video editing or compiling or scripting or anything like that. But I try to remove as many distractions as possible, blah, blah, blah. But hey, you know what? If you hear a kid, if you see a kid, whatever. They're living their best lives right now. Okay, episode 4 came out a couple of days ago, talked about what I had accomplished over the course of a week. Today, I'm talking about the past 48 hours or so. I really want to try to, like I said in the last episode, get out a video every 2 to 3 days. That way I'm not forgetting nearly as much. So there's that. But today was a good day, but the start of this week, yesterday, great start to the week. All 13 characters. Oh, Savannah just ran by. You okay, Savannah? Yeah, she's okay. But they got an incredible upgrade at the Great Vault, and everything's good, and tons of fun stuff there. I would go into every single upgrade, but I'm just gonna kind of showcase some footage in the background and all that fun stuff. But yeah, I mean, if I just look at my spreadsheet real quick, there were legs and chests and weapons and rings and yeah, even a couple of cloaks, but overall very happy with the upgrades across the account. Most of my guys, if I pull my UI up real quick, most of my guys, let me scoot this over a little bit, are now creeping toward 460. Like, you know, we got a 455. We still have a couple of 440 people. 447 Shaman, 448 Priest. But a lot of my guys are creeping toward 460. Hey, Goober. And that's the goal this week, is to get to 460 on every single character. Sorry, I had to help Savannah with something. But yeah, 460 is the goal, man. Feeling really good about it. I'm confident that I can get all of my characters to 460 this week. So jumping into Mythic Plus and talking about Mythic Plus, this week, not bad. Last week, affixes were fine for pushing tyrannical keys. This week, affixes not bad at all. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of what is it called? Spiteful? Is that what it's called? Spiteful, yeah. So I'm not the biggest fan of Spiteful. I think Spiteful is a little gimmicky, a little goofy, especially on large pulls whenever you have, I mean, literally, you know, 6, 8, 10, 12 ghosts running at you guys. It's one of those affixes to where it slows you down a little bit. It's aggravating whenever you're not paying attention. It will punish you for being, you know, inattentive, whatever the word is. But overall, it's not bad. And keys this week have been pretty darn successful. The first key this week, let me see if I can find the footage. The first Mythic Plus of this week failed hard. The tank overcommitted, overpulled, you know, he assumed that we could handle more than we could. In fact, I don't even think that's true. I think he just made a poor decision to pull the Ravager when he did or how he did. That Ravager ran in. This is a Throne of the Tides. That thing ran in and cleaved the crap out of the group with her poison barrage, whatever it's called. Oh my god, man. Killed us all. And then ultimately that tank left after that issue, and I think there was another issue beyond that pull that we wiped too. It's a plus 23, so it's a high-ish key. It's not a super high key. It's a high-ish key. It's high enough. But he left, man. And I don't like leaving keys. I really, really, really do not like leaving keys. By and large, for the most part, leaving keys is not something that I do. It's not something that I recommend. It's not something that I advocate for, whatever, right? I just don't like doing it. Every once in a while, it makes sense to do so. I don't think this is one of those cases. I do not think that leaving that 23 Throne of the Tides was a smart call. The tank didn't think we could time it. I think that we could have timed it with good play. You know, not even perfect play, but pretty good play for the rest of the key. But hey, man, that's kind of the nature of the beast. You're not going to win them all. That's something I have to continuously remind myself of. Whether I'm running with viewers, whether I'm pushing on my hunter, whatever the case is, not every key is going to be a winner. Not every key is going to end with success. And that's okay, man. That's just the way it goes. I don't think Mythic Plus is a perfect PvE system. I don't even think it's great in its current state, but it is better than it has been in a long time, at least in my opinion. Most of the Mythic Plus that we've ran this week have gone pretty smoothly. Again, whether they're viewer keys, whether they are pug keys, things have gone pretty smoothly. And all of my characters are now at that 18 or beyond stage. I'm no longer doing keys that are below an 18. Is that fair? Like, is that appropriate? I don't know. It's one of those things to where if we pull back up my UI here and we look at my 448 Shadow Priest, my 447 Shaman, my 452 Aug Evoker, even my 461 Mage, who used to be Fire and is now Frost, half of the classes that I play right now, there's nothing wrong with the class or the spec or anything like that. It's just me. I have not taken the time, I haven't dedicated the time to really understand the nuances of the class, the spec, the role, the utility, whatever the case is. It's reflected in my damage, it's reflected in my performance. I'm having fun. By no means am I loathing this experience. This has been very motivating and it's been very fun to just jump on and always having something to do. I mean, it kind of sucks that something that I'm doing is always Mythic Plus, because again, I don't think Mythic Plus is in a great state. I think there's a lot that could be done to improve Mythic Plus, or to kind of go back to the drawing board and making Mythic Plus more enjoyable, more, approachable, whatever, right? But that's a huge topic for another day. Yeah, man. All of my alts hitting 18s or beyond, and I'm very happy with everything. I think that within 2 to 3 weeks, those classes that I'm underperforming at will be a bit more, I'll be a bit more average at them. I'll be able to carry my weight a little bit more, and it won't be nearly as much of a drag or an anchor on the group. Sorry, I had I had to step away to help Savannah. Apparently a jar of markers that she was using fell, and she needed help picking them up. Welcome to parenthood. Woo. But I kind of had a realization yesterday. I was on an alt, I think it was my rogue or something, doesn't really matter. And I was doing world quests, as we've all been known and prone to do. There's a bunch. World quests have been a thing since Legion, right? If I'm remembering correctly. And some of these world quests give a decent chunk of gold. Hey, 1,000 gold for killing a world boss, that's pretty quick and easy. I mean, Basricon, that guy dies in 20 seconds nowadays, right? No big deal. Heck, you know what? I'm gonna go do it right now while I'm talking about it. Why not? But anyway, here I am on my rogue or whatever character was, and I'm doing world quests, and I'm earning 500 gold here and 900 gold there and 600 gold here and so on. And at the end of, I don't know, whether it was 15 minutes, 10, 15, 20 minutes, right? Let's just say 15 minutes. I genuinely don't know the exact amount of time, but it probably wasn't that much time. I was just flying around doing gold world quests. And it hit me, it's like, I'm spending a quarter of an hour, a half of an hour, whatever it is, doing these world quests for 9k, 10, 11, maybe 12k gold. I don't play the auction house. I don't do professions. I don't have a mission table like I did in Warlords of Draenor or Legion. So I don't really generate a lot of gold. I don't do Mythic Plus sales. I don't do raid sales. And it's like, man, here I am spending all of this time doing these world quests for pennies, right? Basically just practically nothing. When I could drop $20 for 250, 275, 300k gold, whatever it is at any given time, right? Whatever the WoW token is worth at any given time. And do I want to spend real life money on gold? No. Sorry, the kids needed me again. Do I feel like I need to spend real life money on gold? No, I've got like 10.5 million gold, whatever it is now. Where the heck's my gold at? I've got like 10.7 million gold. That's, in my opinion, that's plenty of gold for whatever, right? I'm not out there buying crazy high level BOEs. I'm not out there buying mounts. I'm not out there getting black market auction house stuff. It's one of those things to where the amount of gold I have is enough to enchant my characters and enough to do what I need to do on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis, tier-to-tier, patch-to-patch basis. But I don't really generate a lot of gold. But I can't justify the time that it takes. It's crazy. I mean, I could easily earn 100k a week. And that was kind of the goal, is to earn anywhere between 100 to 150k a week just doing quests and so on and so on. But it's just not worth it for 20 bucks. I can earn twice as much of that, at least twice as much of that, right? Now, again, I'm not in a position to spend money on rather, not that I'm not in a position, but I don't really feel the need to spend 20 bucks on a WoW token. It's not critical right now. And of course, I'm not out there trying to buy gold illegally. I don't want to get banned or anything of that sort, obviously, but it's just, it was a bit of an eye-opening moment, I guess. I don't really know. I don't really know if there's much more of a point to what I'm saying, but it was just a light bulb went off. It's like, why am I spending time world questing when I can just drop 20 bucks if I ever need to, if the need arises? I don't know. Last but not least, so today I was running Mythic Plus with Alekin and Druish and, you know, just hanging out and having fun. And we were, again, pretty successful. For me, being on my scrubby little mage and shadow priest, all my Terabad alts, which, by the way, the alts aren't Terabad, I'm Terabad. But the point is, I was on my alts, I was goofing off and whatnot, and I opened my friend window, and I noticed I had a friend right here, Zephora, and I hover over Zephora's name, and it's an old friend from, I mean, literally like 15 years ago. We used to live in the same town. You know, we used to, my wife and I, when we were dating, we used to hang out with her and her boyfriend at the time. And we just had a jolly good time being real life friends with this person. Well, I sent her a whisper and I'm like, hey, is this who I think it is? And she's like, oh, hey, what's up? How are you? And I'm like, how are you? Come to find out, she's a 3.2K Raider.io player. This lady is stinking killing it in Mythic Plus, and she's like 5 out of 9 Mythic Mir Dracel. And I was so excited knowing that she, you know, plays the game at a competitive level and she's successful in that and she has fun with that. She streams, by the way. I'll put her Twitch in the description below. Please go check her out. She's a wonderful lady. I've known her, like I said, for 15 years, give or take. Go check her out. Obviously an accomplished player. But it was so weird to me because for basically my entire life, I've always been the guy that is successful in MMOs. I've been the guy that raids. I've been the guy that, you know, in the context of the past however many years, 8 years, I've been the guy that, you know, does Mythic Plus, blah, blah, blah. I've been the guy that's pretty darn successful at video games. And it's so weird now that I'm back into WoW, now that I'm playing again and kind of just dipping my toe into everything. It's so bizarre being a guy who's now just kind of mid-tier, middle of the road. I'm decent. I'm not awful. I'm not fantastic. I'm not as good as I used to be. And it's so weird knowing that there are people that, frankly, I'm just going to be blunt, that I used to consider myself to be a better, I used to consider myself to be a better player, right? I used to think that, hey, I was better than this person, that person. I've killed more bosses. I've done more. I've accomplished more. I'm a guild leader. I'm a raid leader, whatever, right? And it was a weird moment where it's like, holy crap, I'm not as good as I used to be. I'm not as successful as I used to be at this game. I don't do as much as I used to do with this game. I don't have the same Raider.io score that I used to have. I'm not the best of my friend group anymore. It was really strange. And I don't say this as a flex or anything by any stretch of the imagination because I'm not able to flex on anyone anymore, really. But it was just like, what happened? Oh, this is so weird. Like now I'm, you know, a dad and a husband, and I haven't been able to stream full time for the past couple of years because I've been, you know, raising the kids. And I quit WoW because Shadowlands sucked. And it's just, it was really, really, really strange, but not in a bad way. It was just like, oh, this person and collectively a lot of people that used to have, you know, a lower Raider.io score, or used to not be able to clear mythic raids, or used to clear mythic raids and have to in twice the time that I would clear mythic raids in. Now they're crushing it, man, and that's so cool. So go give my friend Stephanie a follow on Twitch. And hey, man, if you stumbled across this video, give me a follow on Twitch. Subscribe here on YouTube. Like, comment, share. You know the drill. This is the same crap you hear in every daggum YouTube video, every TikTok, every whatever, man. But hey, it's still important. You gotta do what you gotta do. My name's Brutal. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Hope it's been a little bit more fun and enjoyable or whatever than the last couple of videos. I know the last couple of videos may have been a little dry, so hopefully this was a nice change of pace. Come check me out on Twitch. I'll see you guys soon. We're still pushing 13 characters to 3K. Got to get some gear. Got to keep working on things. And yeah, I could use your help. Come hang out. Come run some dungeons. Come be cool. I'll see you later.